The Titans have released A.J. Brown's replacement. They have officially given up on former first-round pick Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks has struggled to stay on the field the 3 seasons that he's been in the league. He's had an injury every single year. Last year, he only played in 5 games before suffering an ACL injury. And then a few days ago over the weekend, he suffered a collarbone injury. This has to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, wide receiver bust in the history of the NFL. He has only caught 1 touchdown in the 3 seasons that he has been in the league. I don't know who's a bigger bust than Treylon Burks. Maybe Kevin White. Yeah, Kevin White probably was a bigger bust than Treylon Burks. I remember him coming out of West Virginia. He was supposed to be like a Julio Jones clone. And in as many years as what he has played in the league, he only has 0 touchdowns to his name. Treylon Burks at least has 1. But with Treylon Burks, what the story is when the Titans got him 18th overall 3 years ago in the 2022 NFL draft, they acquired that pick that they used to draft Treylon Burks from them dealing A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles, because the GM at the time didn't believe that A.J. Brown was worth the $100 million asking price that he was demanding. So they felt that Treylon Burks, who essentially had a similar playing style and a similar build to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, 6'1", 225 pounds. Treylon Burks is an inch taller, 6'2", 225. The Titans thought that they were getting A.J. Brown for a way affordable price. So you get Treylon Burks, and let's just be honest. I know hindsight is 2020, but most of us felt that Treylon Burks was going to be a solid player. Maybe not as good as what A.J. Brown has been up to this point in Philadelphia, but at least he could have been a solid starter. He hasn't even been nothing better than a wide receiver 5, even when he has been on the field. And the red flags were always there with Treylon Burks, but we chose to ignore them because of what he did at Arkansas. But when he ran his 40 time at the combine, A.J. Brown was a lot faster than him. A.J. Brown ran 4.49 in his 40. Treylon Burks ran 4.55, which was the first red flag. Then when you watch the film at Arkansas, he wasn't really that great running routes. He struggled to separate, but you were thinking about how fluid and how fast he could move to be that size, that have that frame, to the point you were willing to roll the dice and take the gamble on him in the first round, because you can improve route running. You can become a better route runner in the league than what you were collegiately. He wasn't really asked to run that much of a diverse route tree when he was at Arkansas. So he gets to the NFL, and when he's on the field, he pretty much is non-existent. His best season was his rookie season, which he caught only a few passes. He failed to rack up 500 yards receiving. He had no touchdowns. Then at that point, he just has had unfortunate injury luck. You have to wonder if a team is going to take a chance on Treylon Burks as far as giving him a true opportunity to be a starter in this league, because some team will sign him eventually when he gets healthy, because most former first-round picks do get ample opportunities, but are they truly going to give Treylon Burks another opportunity? The Titans' decision to trade A.J. Brown for Treylon Burks is going to go down as one of the worst trades in the history of the NFL. You traded what has right now been a future first ballot Hall of Famer in A.J. Brown for one of the worst receivers in the history of this league that will never, ever be able to allow the Titans organization to sleep peacefully again. And what's even more ironic about the situation, when the Titans traded A.J. Brown on draft night for this pick that they used on Treylon Burks, when they cut to the draft room, Mike Vrabel had to step out after the trade took place. He couldn't believe it, because Mike Vrabel knew that the Titans were making a mistake. First of all, trading away a player of A.J. Brown's caliber, and second of all, thinking that they could replace a player as good as him with a great value version of him, essentially. And that's where the Titans messed up at. And it just goes to show you that sometimes it's worth paying receivers, because at that time in the league, it was this narrative that you didn't need elite receivers to win. You can draft and easily replace elite receivers with how loaded these receiver classes have been over the last couple of years. But a guy like an A.J. Brown only comes once in a generation. And it's easy to draft a Treylon Burks than it is to get a guy like A.J. Brown, who the Titans got a great value for, because they didn't have to use a first-round pick on him. They got A.J. Brown in the second round, and you flipped him for a first-round pick that was a dud. So you traded A.J. Brown for nothing. And this further shows why the Philadelphia Eagles are one of the best teams in the league, why Harry Roseman probably is going to go down as the greatest general manager in the history of the league, because he just finds ways to swindle teams. And landing A.J. Brown for Treylon Burks essentially is one of the biggest finesses in the history of the league.